Alright, welcome back into the workshop. Today we are going to work on something, I don't know, different. I think everybody's getting tired of watching my videos on different small engine repairs, even though that's what I end up with most of the time. I prefer that woodworking side, but I don't know, I do like other challenges. So today we're going to go ahead and work into a little challenge on some air compressor. I think we'll start out with that. Because I've got these, a couple lawnmowers here. I've got to put a belt on the John Deere. Guess nobody cares much about that. And this one's got a little cable that's broke to do the front wheel drive on it. It's a little bit noisy in here because the heater's going. And let's see, the temperature is up to 58 degrees it looks like, which is about 10 degrees warmer than it was when I fired it up. So we're gonna make this a little easier for y'all to hear what I'm saying by, let's see if we can unplug this. There we go. That quieted it down a pretty good bit. Now, these little compressors, here's a little, what we call pancake compressor. This is one of them I fixed last week. It had a bad regulator on it. The little knob was bad, so we just ordered a new one and put it on there. We didn't video that or show you anything about it, but then yesterday I had a person bring one by here. This is just a little central pneumatic. All these little compressors are about the same. The internals and all are all about the same. So I figured, well, maybe I ought to go ahead and throw one together. It's tough to get people to work on these unless you know a handyman. It's not like you just take it downtown and take it to your lawnmower repair shop or someplace like that. I really don't know where you'd take that to get it fixed other than somebody like me that just works on stuff. Or you can watch the video and figure out what's inside of there. Maybe be able to take on and save yourself a little bit on it and see if it's worth actually fixing. This particular one, I mean, you probably pick this thing up for I don't know, 80, 100 bucks, something like that. So if you take that to anybody that's getting anything much for labor, they're probably going to outprice you just about immediately. But we'll go ahead and do a video on it. Maybe I can help the customer out. And we'll see if we can't do something with it. Let's see what we want to start with here. Let's see if we can get you in on it. I believe he said that it just doesn't start. So the first thing we'll do, we'll go ahead and plug her up and see if she does anything at all. Well, that was pretty interesting. This might be a very short video because it looks like the only thing I had done prior to this was I did pull the fuse out to look at it, make sure it was good. And that's underneath the cover here. But if it's going to run, I think that's the end of the video. Fuse is good. Maybe it wasn't seated quite right. Let's try to do that again. Okay, well, the plan was to show you how to work on one of these. I guess we'll have to wait for another day to do that because this one seems to be working perfectly fine. I guess, like I say, the only thing I did is pulled the fuse out, looked at it, said it looked good, put it back in, and decided to do the video on it because I thought we had us a problem, and it's worked ever since. So some days it's like that. Just have to have somebody touch it, I guess. So I guess even though we don't really want to do a bunch of lawnmower videos, we're going to go ahead and we'll go ahead and swap this on over to the little push mower here. This will make a nice little video, probably help some people out, I hope. And I've run into this several times too. This is as I kind of alluded to, this is the little Toro recycler, 22-inch, and it's about the same as most all the rest of them. He says this self-propel is not working, and so if you look at this, the cables all come from down up underneath here, and they follow on up, and they go to this lever here. So when you pull on it, there's no tension, nothing like that. And if we grab a hold of this, we can grab a hold of it, and yeah, it just pulls right on out. So it's rusted, it's broke. So what we'll do is replace the cable. So that's what we're going to do. We've ordered one up. Hopefully it'll be in here later on today. But we'll go ahead and clean this thing up and get it ready for the new cable. When it gets in here, we'll go ahead and show you how to swap that out real quick and what it takes to get her done. But okay, we've got the lawnmower in here. We put it up on the stand and getting her ready to go. The cable has come in today. We believe we have the right one there. We'll verify that here shortly. We've taken this and turned it up on its side. That's the easiest way to work on it. I've got a bench here, but if you don't have that, you can do this all on the ground. I always recommend to tip this thing so that your carburetor and everything stays on the upside, which is easier to work on anyways on this particular problem. So we should be good to go there. We'll go ahead and looks like on this particular one, we've got a bolt here we're going to take out, a bolt here we'll take out. We've got to get this cover off. So if we take those two off, I don't know, it might have some more bolts back there. If it does, we'll end up taking this off also, this little guard here. So probably going to have to, we'll see. Shouldn't take much, so let's go ahead and set up and see if we can get that off of there. Those look like we'll take these off. Okay, that's got that off of there. Now we can see what we have in here pretty easily. Nothing to it. We've got a spring, the cable, and of course that's broken off on the other side. So we should be able to just grab hold of that and get it out of there, really. You can see the other end of that. We'll take this off of here. Somehow, should be able to get that out of there. Hopefully they just slid it on by. There we go. I get rid of the old. This one here is going to be, let's see, we just pop it out. There's a little clip on each side of this cable. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that or not. Let me get a pair of pliers on that. Probably easiest to do is take and squeeze those two together. And then it should pull right on out. And that's got it out of the way. So now we'll take the new cable and set it in the same spot. Slip that through there. Now, let's go ahead and put the spring on first. Like that. Spring's on there. And we simply push the cable on through. And going back in, just give it a little push. That's all there is to that one. And the belt looks good while we're in here. We'll inspect that. Looks good. So we'll go ahead, we actually could go ahead and just put this cover back on there. So that slides back in place. Kind of line up the bolt here. There's that one. We'll go ahead and tighten that down. We're only going to put that semi-tight until we get it all lined up and get the rest of the bolts in place. I think we got another bolt here someplace. All right, we'll come around on this side here, and we'll go ahead and set this bolt back in place. Covers that back up. All right, we'll finish those off and then we'll flip this back over so we can show you the rest of it. Okay, we got it all set back up and we've got the new cable sitting here, and we're just going to make sure that we come back through the same place as the old cable was. Pull that one out. And really it's just make sure you route it the same direction. We'll slide this one on up through here. Yeah, that's the right side. And we'll need to loosen this up a little bit here. That's a snug one right there, but I think we need a little screwdriver just to take some pressure off of this so we can get the other one out. There we go. And looks like we'll probably need to go ahead and take that whole bolt out of this one because we need to get it to where this goes through. And we're not going to be able to do that without taking this off of there. So we're going to take that off. And take the bolt out of it. And then we can go ahead and feed this down through. Let's see here. Get it on the lower side of that bolt. And then we should be able to put the bolt back in there and set it back in place. Don't tighten that up quite yet, but get it set in place. And then we'll pull it on through. Hope you can see what we're doing here. We're trying to get it obvious. Maybe we can move it up here a little bit better. Let's see here. Kind of get us in this frame a little bit better. Yeah, there. I'm bringing it up here to my level. As you can see, we're just trying to work this into this slot right here. And it's a little bit tight, so you can take this and just kind of spread it apart a little bit. And you want to be able to take that up as far as we need to and hook it into your lever up on top. And then when you get done with that, we'll pull this back down so that it's fairly tight, because you'll want that cable to be snug there. That'll be about the right adjustment. And we line this bolt back up to the hole that's in there and tighten her back up. And the cable's fairly tight, and we should be able to pull that. And that'll make it work. So, should be good to go right there. We need to route these so that they stay out of the way. All right, and that should have us. This is your brake lever here, and I think you have to pull that down. But that one's not moving. Maybe that one's snugged up too. So we need to look into that one a little bit. Or did I snug that down too much when I did this? I don't believe we did. So we'll take a look at that and see what it needs to do. But that's the cable for that one. Let me look at that just a little bit more, see what else we got to do with it. Okay, we've let this thing down a little bit so I can get to the lever, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just up there in the air. It's a little bit awkward. So we're going to go ahead and take her out front, start her up, make sure she runs good, and we'll see if the old front wheels work. So let me check that out real quick. Okay, and before we go firing it all up too much out there to test it out, this is the part number. Of course, it's made in China. I'll try to leave a link to it. It's kind of a long number. I'm going to try to leave that link in the description below, and if you need to look up the part that I put on here. But that's it. If you can read all that, X002XL, XJ25LT. That's not the actual part number, I think, on your manual, but that's the one there is. I'll throw it in there. And let's go get that thing started up. All right, we got her out here. that looks like that's about got us. That's up and running. Like I say, this wasn't quite the little YouTube video I was planning on putting together, but maybe that'll help you out. If you have to replace a belt on one of these, it's just about the same procedure. You take those same bolts out, and you will have to remove the blade underneath there, but other than that, that's pretty much all you have on that too. Is you saw the belt there. Make sure you get the right size on that. But for the cables, that's all there is. Pretty easy little quick repair. If you need to do it, I hope that helped out. And let's see if we can find something other than a small engine to work on next. But thanks for checking it out. If you have any questions, any ideas, let me know. We'll talk at you on the next video.